Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be covering patch day for Raid Shadow Legends. It is March 11th, and the patch 1.13.5 is finally here. There was a few problems this morning in terms of them getting it out, but it looks like it is coming online as of now. I'm going to get you guys caught up on everything you need to know and show everything in action that is relevant to the patch. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so in this video, there's a lot to cover. There's going to be the daily login rewards featuring Darka Lane, Lordly Legionnaire, and Syl of Drakes from the Barbarians, the new legendary, so the two epics and the new legendary. There is also a new legendary that I had no previous knowledge of, which is in the Banner Lords, and it's kind of like another theme like Shamrock, where it's based on RNG and luck in honor of St. Patrick's Day coming up soon here. And potions used to drop 3 to 7 small ones in like stage 15. That has been changed to always drop 7, so I'll do a few potion runs, show you guys how that is performing on stage 15. And then they have also changed the layout of the artifact offers in the shop. I'll go over that, and then I will let you know if any of the offers in the shop are worth a damn or not. So wow, okay, let's get into this update post here. And also down in the video description, I will put a link to the actual patch notes on the site if you guys want to check this out. A lot of this is stuff that was teased before, and we're just now finally starting to get to see it in game. So I will put a link to this if you want to read people's comments and see Plarium's actual post. That'll be down in the video description. So let's put that away and go over the actual in-game stuff here that came through live. Alright, so I'll read through this. I'll gloss over the things that were already kind of covered in my previous videos, because we did get teasers on a lot of this stuff, and then I'll go over the more relevant and new stuff that is actually relevant to the live version here as of today. So new platinum tier reward system, I've covered this semi-extensively. All you need to know is for platinum players, they're going to be placed in different tiers: top 3, 4 through 20, and 21 through 300. So yeah, that's cool for them, and odds are many of you are not in platinum, but for those of you that are, you're going to have some incentive to move up and do other tiers. And then new rewards, avatars, adding 2 sets of unique avatars. Again, platinum and ultra platinum. So I don't really need to cover this stuff. It's going to be for like 0.1% of you out there. New artifact sets, we've gone over these. The Swift Parry set and the Deflection set, they are both insane. You've got one that's really good for damage dealers and people in general. Then you've got Deflection, which is good for more of your defense and tanky type champions, and could be really good in many different situations. Both sets are insane and have a lot of utility. And let me fix my lighting here. That Plarium website was making my face super dark. Okay, so yeah, those sets are awesome, but it looks like they're probably only going to be available in platinum chests, and I'm sure they will have gear offers, artifact shop offers, where you can buy them. Obviously, they will probably be super expensive and not be something the majority of us are gonna be in the market to buy, but I will definitely cover those when they come online and let you know if it's worth it or not. And then new badges of honor, players who finish first in platinum tier. Again, not very relevant. That's relevant for like 1 person out of 2 million players. New daily login rewards. We've overhauled the daily login reward system. Yes, okay, obviously this is something that's been teased. We knew it was coming. I will go over this and show you guys my reaction on that. And then I will cover these champions in game. Okay, that's good. Sign in with Apple. You can now sign into your game account with your Apple ID. That's good. A lot of people out there have iPhones, and that'll be a good feature there. Now, this is the champion that I didn't know about, Cillian the Lucky. This is something that wasn't really teased. I don't know if this was a last minute thing. I think they should have done a St. Patrick's Day fusion. Instead of just adding the champion into the game, they should have done like a free-to-play, mid-to-play, or a free-to-play, cheap-to-play fusion to roll this champion out, and we'll go over how good this champion is, and I'll kind of grade it for you here live in the video so you know what's up there. And then we're going to go over the potions here in a little bit. Gold Battle Pass level indicator. This will now be displayed in the chat. Oh, okay, so it's just kind of a social indicator of your Gold Battle Pass status. And then this was something that wasn't teased. So Frozen Banshee getting a little bit of a buff. Her old version was a 10% chance of placing a 25% poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns. The chance increases by 10% for each debuff on the target. This new version is just going to be more guaranteed, or not more guaranteed, it is guaranteed. It's just going to place a 25% poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns. So it's going to be 100% chance to proc, and as long as you have good accuracy, it should be actually landing a pretty consistent amount of time, and that needed to happen. Frostblight was underperforming expectations by a little bit, so hopefully this will bring her back into line into performing a little bit better there. And then multiple skills that prevent the target from reviving were fixed and now work as intended when Moral Master or Giant Slayer masteries were activated. So there was a bug where these tier 6 masteries could cause champions to not be able to be revived, and it looks like here is the list of those skills that were fixed. I'm not going to bore you and read through all of them, but you can check that out, and some of those were fixed, so that's a good thing. Due to significant rebalance changes, we've resetted the ratings of Ionica, Angar, Septhalia, and Shamrock. So one thing I was curious about is why they didn't do Foley. Foley was also rebalanced, but they must not have thought it was significant enough to warrant resetting the ratings there. Septimus's AI, this is a big deal. I have Septimus maxed out, geared up, ready to rock. I will show you how Septimus performs now with this new AI. And then some general stuff here. I'll let you guys read through this. I don't want to start reading paragraphs too much and bore you guys, but you can go through the slight gaming enhancements here that we have in the chat. So okay, now first things first, let's go over the daily login rewards. This is a big deal. These type of games need this stuff. We need a reason to get players excited to log in every day, keep people coming back. It grows the community and it keeps the current players returning. So this is just good for the game in every aspect, and honestly I would like this to go out a full year. 365 days of login rewards would be great in my opinion. You can't have enough of these. The more the better. So looks like I've already gotten my immortal set here from day 91. So if you're an end game player, you're going to be starting at day 91 because the previous system ended at day 90. So you're not going to have to reset, start at day 1 or anything obviously, and you're not going to completely miss out if you're past 180 days. It's just going to start you at level 91 and you're going to go from there. So I've already got my immortal set. Let's pull it up here and I will show you. Alright, so not bad. On day 91 you get a full set here. Well, I must have had pieces already because oh okay, yeah, it was 4 5-star pieces and I already had a couple, so it was probably these 4 right here. Rip. Okay, so yeah, that's exciting there, and that's why I always tend to say to steer away from the artifact offers, is because your odds of getting something that rolls the right main stat and the right substats and rolls the right thing at 4, 8, 12, and 16 is extremely low, and that's why those are such a gamble. You have to see 10s and 20s and hundreds of pieces to get an end game good piece. So that's why you see kind of a live example there on why getting gear isn't necessarily a super good reward a lot of the time. But anyway, we get glyphs, silver, potions. The energies are good, 650 and 650. That is very good for a free login reward. That's nice right there. That's the best value out of anything on here. These 650 energies, I like that. Yeah, that's the best reward. And Dark Elaine has some ability. Oh yeah, and now we can actually see these champions and how they are in game in terms of books and buff chances and all that. So I can get a much better sense now of reviewing these champions, letting you know how good they are. So Dark Elaine is an epic in the undead. Love how she looks. Amazing. Great aesthetics. This is what Dark Elaine should look like. I love the frosty bow. Yep, very cool. Great job on Dark Elaine's looks. Okay, so let's see how the books shake out. I do have previous videos where I've gone over her abilities and if I anticipated her to be good or not, but in this video I can actually see how these skill upgrades go here. This is kind of a live first reaction. I haven't looked into this yet. Okay, that is what it is. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought we could book this down to a 3-turn cooldown, and it looks like that's what's gonna happen. So we can get this to a 50% chance of placing, so we get that to 60, 75. Okay, of decreased speed on all enemies. That's not bad. That's pretty solid for dungeons and arena. And then this one didn't have books anyway, but yeah, I won't cover these champions too extensively because I've done it in like 2 other videos. I don't want to cover the same things over and over for you guys, but yeah, she kind of shook out how I thought she would, and Dark Elaine should be kind of fun to build up and mess around with, and she should have some utility in dungeons and faction wars and arena. She's kind of put in place to help counter and deal with the torment meta, I think. And then we've got the what was the other one, Bannerlords, I think. Yep, okay. Oh, wow. Look at that sword. That's very, like, Dark Souls. The flaming sword planted in the ground reminds me of, like, the Dark Souls campfire. But, okay, that's cool. I do like that a lot. Okay. So, this champion was the one that was supposed to be pretty good for the Fire Knight. Because places the reflect and the heal, and the heal reduction does work on Fire Knight and is helpful. And then we've got decreased turn meter, decreased speed. So yeah, this champion should be pretty good for the Fire Knight. We can get this to a 3-turn cooldown, which is what we kind of thought. I was hoping it would be the level 6 book, not the level 7. So he is slightly worse than I thought he was going to be. And I honestly thought this would have 2 books to get down to a 3. So yeah, he's a little bit worse than I thought he was going to be, but he's still going to be a good early to mid-game option for the Fire Knight. And then the legendary is in the Barbarians. And let's see what this this girl is working with here. All right. Okay, cool. And let's see how the books and buff chances shake out. Attack one enemy, buff chance, 20%. Okay, so we can get that up to 40. All right, we can get this to a 3-turn cooldown, which is what we thought was going to happen. And then each hit has a 20% chance. I thought this would go up to 40. I thought this would be 10 and 10, I think. But still a very good ability. An AoE stun on a 3-turn cooldown is pretty damn good. Revive all allies. And yep, I said we would probably get this to a 4-turn, okay? So she is pretty much what I thought she would be. Should be pretty solid in a few different areas of the game here. Yeah, revive, AoE stun. Continuous heal passive. Okay, so yeah. I don't think she'll be like god tier, but she'll be pretty good. Alright, so let's back out here. And next order of business would be going over Septimus and the potion changes. So where is my Septi? Okay, so he's right here. The problem with Septimus was he wouldn't use his Holy Sword. So he was never doing this enemy max HP, hard-hitting ability, you know, that ignores shield and block damage buffs. It's a pretty good ability and it's hard-hitting, but he would never really use it. He would always do his A1. So let's go ahead, and as we're testing the potions, let's go ahead and test out Septimus here. Alright, so let's get a better chance to kind of use him here. Go rank, Septimus, and go. Okay, so he didn't use it there. I think he did his A1 twice. There he did it. Okay. And there it was, hitting pretty hard. There you can see Septimus cranking out the deeps, the 473,000 damage. Actually outperformed my Royal Guard. He's a pretty good damage dealer, and he's going to be even better now that he actually uses this cooldown. I don't have any books or anything on mine, so he could be a lot better than he is, but at least you get to see a look at him here. He did prioritize his A1 there. Maybe that was because they were low HP or something. And there he did his Holy Sword. So it's on cooldown, and then oh, okay, it resets the cooldown when he gets a kill. That's right. And boom, there we go. You get to see we got 9 lesser potions. These used to roll anywhere from 3 to 7. So a big deal that we are getting the was stage 15 might have been 5, 6, or 7. It might be stage 12 that was 3, because they reworked the potion drops from stage 12 to stage 15. But I do know 7 was the max. I'm not 100% sure on what the minimum on stage 15 used to be. I think it was 5 to 7. So let's back out and cover some other stuff here. But yeah, that kind of confuses me because all they said was now you're guaranteed to get at least 7, but I don't know the maximum. It's probably between 7 and 9. It's probably 7, 8, or 9 on the roll there. So hey, that's definitely a good change, and that should help out people with acquiring potions for sure. So let's also go over the artifact offers here. So this is what I wanted to cover too. They changed the layout of the artifact offers. So they used to be separated. You used to have your speed set and then your faction accessories, and remember it would have like the picture of the Bannerlord's flag no matter what the faction was. So this definitely is laid out a lot better. Just condense them into one instead of having 2 different offers, and you can see them both right here. I believe they're still the same offer. Now this speed set offer, while it's still not something I recommend, because as I covered earlier in the video, your odds of spending this $20 and getting you know, a couple good pieces is pretty low. Unless you're like a new player, then odds are these will be usable. But these are still something I recommend only for whales. You're better off spending money on shards, gem, and energy if you are on a tighter budget. The gear gambles are mainly for whales. And then this accessories offer is way worse than the speed set. Out of these two, if you're gonna buy one, I would say the speed set would be the better option there. And then let's pull up the offer list and let's go over some of this stuff here. This one we don't have to cover because this has been in the game for a while and it's a really good offer. I'm kind of waiting to see if this is something I'm going to scoop up, if there's like an event or something. And then this one is new. Okay, so let's go over this. We've got 70. I expect this one to be decent. 15 voids. I can't type today. There we go. 5 legendary book. 37 brews. Hey, I like it when they tell me they don't make me do a bunch of math. 37, 1,300 gems, and 1.3 million silver. All right, yeah, so coming out just barely over the threshold of the 2.0, which is usually determining if it's something I'm thinking about buying or not. So, yeah, I don't think... Is Voids next? Double Voids might be next in terms of times 2 events. So this one's not a bad one to offer. We've got some guaranteed value in terms of books, gems, and silver. And then I think X2 Voids is the next X2. So a pretty solid offer if you're the type to spend. It is an expensive one, but if you're going to spend money, this offer is pretty decent. Let's go into the bonus. Okay, so they're really pushing Voids. There must really be a Void event coming up here. Let's go over this one. 250k, 250 gems, and 7 voids. Okay, so this one is worse in terms of value, but it's a lot cheaper. So if you're just looking for the void shards, this one is better because you're getting 7 for 25 instead of 15 for 70. So in terms of just void summoning, this one is better, and I wonder why they're pushing out the voids. I don't see anything in terms of a void event being announced or anything, but I do think the voids are next. So, but I don't see anything teased, like officially. So we don't know. I mean, this could be 3 or 4 weeks from now. So it's tough for me to recommend you guys really slamming and stocking up on voids yet. But my hunch is that the next X2 will be voids. So it's not a terrible time to buy them. And then the mini mix pack is still as ridiculous as ever, and it's still $25, even though I never buy it. So interesting note on that, but we've covered that many times. So yeah, let me put that away, and that's gonna kind of do it for this video. You know, as always, let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.